It was a high-scoring affair as Manchester United dominated Leicester City to secure a crucial 3 points, while Leicester's struggles persisted. The match saw a standout performance from Højlund, who ended his 22-game goal drought with a stunning strike at the King Power Stadium. Now, let's dive into the tactics. In their build-up phase, Manchester United structured play from the back, with Heaven, Victor Lindelof, and Matthijs de Ligt forming the defensive core, while Diogo Dalot and Noussair Mazraoui maintained high and wide positions to stretch Leicester City's defensive shape. Leicester operated in a mid-to-low block, focusing on blocking central passing lanes into Manuel Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes rather than engaging in an aggressive high press. However, when they initiated pressure on United's backline, Heaven and de Ligt spread wide, forming a temporary back three with André Onana, as Dalot and Mazraoui dropped deeper to act as fullbacks. Lindelof pushed into midfield to pair with Ugarte, giving Bruno the freedom to move higher up the pitch, effectively shifting United into a 5-2-3-1 structure in possession. This ensured numerical superiority over Leicester's pressing trio of Patson Daka, Jamie Vardy, and Anis Ben Slimane, limiting their ability to disrupt United's build-up. Leicester countered this overload by adjusting their press, committing additional players forward in a man-oriented system. However, to prevent their defensive shape from being stretched, they applied a staggered marking approach. James Justin advanced to press Dalot when he received the ball, while Victor Christiansen held a deeper position to maintain defensive stability. When possession shifted to Mazraoui's side, Christiansen stepped up to challenge him as Justin dropped back to cover. This adaptive pressing structure allowed Leicester to maintain defensive balance while contesting possession high up the pitch, but it also required careful coordination to avoid being exposed by United's positional rotations and quick switches of play. When Leicester City applied intense high pressing, Manchester United often relied on the distribution skills of goalkeeper André Onana, who utilized accurate long balls to bypass the press. Onana's ability to deliver precise long passes allowed United to target key players such as Rasmus Højlund in central areas, Christian Eriksen in advanced midfield positions, or Diogo Dalot making overlapping runs out wide. These long balls were not merely a means of escaping pressure, but were strategically employed as a tactical tool to exploit Leicester's high defensive line and transition quickly into the final third. Similarly, both Onana and United's centre-back, Matthijs de Ligt, frequently played long diagonal balls or vertical passes to stretch Leicester's compact shape. This approach was particularly effective against Leicester's aggressive pressing system, as their high defensive line left space behind for United's attackers to exploit. By playing direct, United aimed to disrupt Leicester's defensive structure, create 1v1 situations in wide areas, and generate opportunities for quick counterattacks or second ball recoveries in advanced positions. When Manchester United transition into their attacking phase, their wingers, Christian Eriksen and Alejandro Garnacho, adopt an inverted role, tucking inside to occupy half spaces and create numerical superiority in central areas. This movement allows the wingbacks, Noussair Mazraoui and Diogo Dalot, to push high and wide, stretching the pitch horizontally and providing the necessary width to disrupt Leicester City's defensive structure. By doing so, United create passing lanes and overloads in key areas, forcing Leicester's defense to make difficult decisions about whether to hold their shape or step out to press. To further destabilize Leicester's defensive block, Eriksen and Garnacho occasionally drop deep into midfield, acting as false wingers or auxiliary playmakers. This movement forces Leicester's fullbacks, such as James Justin, to make a decision: either track the dropping winger higher up the pitch, leaving space in behind, or maintain their defensive position and risk giving the winger time and space to dictate play. For instance, when Eriksen drops deep, he often draws Justin out of position, creating a gap for Dalot to exploit on the overlap. If Dalot receives the ball in this wide area, Leicester's defensive line may be forced to shift across to cover, which in turn opens space on the opposite flank for Mazraoui to attack. This creates a dynamic and fluid attacking system that constantly challenges Leicester's defensive coordination. Similarly, if Justin chooses to hold his position and not follow Eriksen, the Danish midfielder is afforded time and space to utilize his exceptional passing range. Eriksen can then pick out runners making diagonal or vertical runs behind Leicester's defensive line, such as Garnacho cutting inside or Højlund making a forward dart. This verticality in United's attack is crucial for breaking through compact defensive lines. Additionally, striker Rasmus Højlund often drops into deeper positions, acting as a false nine to link play and draw Leicester's center-backs out of their defensive line. This creates space for Bruno Fernandes to operate in advanced midfield areas, where he can receive the ball and look to play incisive, line-breaking passes to runners like Garnacho, Eriksen, or the overlapping wingbacks. Bruno's ability to thread passes through tight spaces is a key component of United's attacking strategy, as it allows them to exploit the gaps created by Højlund's movement and the wingers' rotations.